Meditation. So I've just woken up, still in my pajamas, so you'll have to excuse me. I am who I am, and I'm just me. I'm not one of these people that are sort of an influencer or anybody. I talk from the heart. At the moment, my energies are very high, and I can feel the presence. I did ask last night as well. There's a lot of ask source and ask high evolved beings or anybody that's for the greatest good for humanity that want to talk through me. They're welcome to talk through me, to share knowledge and wisdom for the purpose of upliftment of the planet, of human consciousness, and to reach unity consciousness where we were once upon a time in Atlantis days. That was a test. Atlantis had reached that fifth dimensional consciousness and existence and before they fell. So it was amazing. So one thing what concerned me, which got me on here actually, which was my daughter, one of my daughters, who had been getting her synchronicities. Her soul's been trying to wake her up. They'd actually come to see me as well, her soul, her light body. And she had gone on, I didn't even know she was on TikTok actually. She was on TikTok, and she had seen videos of people talking about astral travel and remote viewing. So I must be about, I'm sure most children are embarrassed when they find out their mother is on TikTok. I'm the astral granny at my age to be on TikTok, but anyway. So I'd seen these and I was concerned because kids were wanting to do it because, oh my gosh, I can go spy on my boyfriend. I'm like, oh Lord. Because they've now realized that remote viewing, talking about the CIA, they declassified it. There's actually a man on YouTube, if you go on, he shared it. He talks about the files of holographic universe. That's also been declassified, or they say. There's a lot of false information out there. Remember, they don't put everything. They put out what they want you to hear. Not everything is shared. We have advanced technology on this planet that you have no idea. It's been hidden from the public. Our technology and weapons are way more advanced than anybody realizes. You have no idea what they have here. Even I was mind blown. And it's kept from us. So we've been pretty much kept in the dark ages for a long time. We really are. We're living like 100 years. The technology we have, we should have free technology. We have our own UFOs. I think those pictures, I've seen one leaked out. They'll start coming out. But the government has their own UFOs as well. So not all UFOs you see are from other planets, actually. So there's a lot that people don't know, but it'll start coming out, like they've declassified the fact that there are UFOs, that they are in contact with Galactic Federation. And that's why all of a sudden the push to go to Mars is because they have a base on Mars. They've been on Mars for a long time. They've been lying. They're mining Mars. They've been on Mars. I've seen our troops on the moon. They're there as well. But I've shared links before in other videos. I said you can go and watch where they've done scalar readings on the planets and moons and other beings, which is good because energy doesn't lie, which is amazing. Energy doesn't lie. And everything is energy. And those beings are just more advanced than us. We used to be able to do that. We used to be able to see energy. Which, if you think about it, your aura, people say you can see your auric field. If you go onto YouTube, you can go and watch videos. People will teach you. You can start practicing to read your own aura and see other people's auras. That's the beginning stage. It's a good, useful stage, is to be able to see energy, because we are energy. Now, the darker energies, or the lower energies, are your more base energies, are your reds, or your chakras, your lower chakras. Those are your darker energies. Obviously, the higher you go, frequency, vibration, consciousness, the lighter it will be, because you're working from a higher chakra. So yeah, there's the whole idea of the planet is getting back to unity consciousness. That's the only way we're going to save ourselves and save our planet from destruction. Because as you know, we've basically destroyed the planet. We have almost no topsoil left. We have poisoned all the soil. We've killed about all the microbiomes, about 50% of our microbiomes in the soil, because we've used agrochemicals, Monsanto, pesticides. Everything is chemical. There's chemicals in your food. You're putting on your face, in your shampoo. If you go to the shop, you tried reading everything you buy. Do yourselves a favor. Read ingredients of every single thing you buy. You'll be horrified. And if you don't know what those things are, go and Google it and you'll be shocked. So you must understand the amount of poison you're putting in your body. Our bodies are toxic. We've got negative frequencies surrounding us because we don't see. You learn to see energy, Wi-Fi, 5G, all these frequencies. it's like a maze. They showed me once, actually. The beings from the moon were trying to show me the damage we're doing to the planet. These are very, very low. They pulse at very low negative frequencies. And it's just a maze. It's just a maze when you see it. Because now we obviously in our own eyes, visibly, we're not able to see them. Our eyes see very little. So it looks terrible. It's just a grid. It's just busy. It almost looks like a grid, yeah. A fine woven mesh of just its frequencies. And they're all negative. Our music is tuned to a negative frequency. Everything is a negative frequency here. And as electromagnetic beings, our brain, it does, and it picks up. So we are influenced by anything, by electricity, by energy, by frequency. It interferes with our body. It's a negative on it. Has a negative effect on us. Anyway, let's get back to the thing. My concern was the fact that my daughter was saying, oh my gosh, these kids want to go and do it. Because they want to go and spy if their boyfriend's cheating on them and things like that. Or go and spy on somebody else. People think you can get someone else's Akashic records. Your soul, understand, no matter when you tapped in, which is when you're doing transcendental meditation or higher consciousness meditation, you are tapped into you, who you really are. You've got to worry about you. That is your eternal soul. But you're living many lives at the same time. Now this sounds interesting. People ask about source. Source was divine consciousness. It was just pure consciousness and light. The beginning of all of it, the divine creator, where everything started, right? Was just consciousness. Absolutely, what we have, our creation, it's infinite. It's amazing what's out there. There's no end to it. It's infinite. There's infinite universes, life. I can't even imagine what's out there. I mean, we haven't even seen half the beings and creatures and things that are out there. It's mind-blowing. So, we were created. Now, the same as that, source, all these things were created, planets, life, whatever. We are eternal. So as energy, you can't destroy it. It can never die. So we're going to do something with ourselves as we be bored, because we can't die. So we incarnate into different planets, different beings, whatever. We've tried all things. I'm sure we've been a tree, we've been a this, it's amazing actually. If you go and listen to people's past life regressions, it's unbelievable, mind-boggling to see some of the things that people have been. And that's only this universe. We're not seeing what's out of this universe, because that's the level we at. So if you go listen to Alba Weinman, she's got a channel on YouTube. She does regressions. It's quite good. There's amazing. And you'll find if you do your own, oh my gosh, I was also one of those. So it's quite interesting. And there's another girl called the Rising Phoenix Aurora. Quite a young girl from Mexico. She's quite good as well. She does regressions as well, and she does courses on them. She teaches people so that they want to do it. But she shares hers as well. It's mind-blowing doing these things. But do your own first. And it's interesting to see, because then you'll actually see yourself. You look down and you think, oh my gosh, whatever. You've had lots of ones as humans. So no, you can't interfere. The law of one, okay? You're not supposed to. Look, people come here to play the dark. So many souls have chosen to come here, because you have a choice as well. Everything is free will. You can choose to be good or bad. Same thing, you can listen to we've all got it in us. So you can choose to basically be influenced by the darker side of you or the lighter side of you. Basically, you're still light anyway, if you die. But some people get so lost in the dark, they forget who they are. So you can choose. But a good soul, a person that's enlightened or that wants good, that's not here to play the dark, you're not supposed to control, influence, and manipulate somebody else. Because everyone's soul's got a free will. So we're not supposed to try and force our will on other souls, or try and manipulate them. Secondly, if you try and get their Akashic records and your intent is not good, you haven't asked their permission, and they haven't from their soul really wanted to, they'll just say, oh, okay, but they don't really want you to see their Akashic records and their soul's history, you will not get access to it. Same with yours, what you're not ready for to see or know, they won't show you. So you can't just go and access someone else's information, past lives or whatever else, unless your intent is from them, you have their permission from a soul level, and it's to heal or to help, and it's for their highest good. So there's certain things, look, the CIA and the intelligence agencies use remote viewing and this for nefarious purposes, not for good. Unfortunately, that's their own souls people. The people doing it for them, that are working for them, that's their problem. That's something their soul's got to sort out. So they're doing it to go and obviously spy, get information, get intelligence, you know, all kinds of nefarious things they're doing, as far as I want to say. It's immense. You can do immense things with it from a distance. There's a lot of papers, there's a lot of proof out there. But no, don't use it don't try and manipulate. Use it to try and control and manipulate someone else, because it just comes back to you. Understand how the energy works. So those that want to have just some sort of spiritual, want to understand how things work, right? This sounds, go and listen to, and I'm telling you for a reason, because it affects your life. Manifestation. Most people want to know how you manifest. It's all energy and frequency. It's emotion, actually. The feeling was more important than the intent. The thought, yes, but the actual, you've got to hold that vibration is what brings things to you. So go and read, you can get them on YouTube. It's called The Conversations with God. It's part 1, part 2, and part 3. He's made them into audiobooks now. But this man came from a very religious background. So he has put a bit of his own in it. They basically source who he was talking to, because I've been to source and you've seen it and you get to know. If you ask, that's certain things that are true. Ask and you will, and knock and you will get it, and ask and you will seek it. It's true. You really want that information, and you're really looking for spiritual enlightenment or knowledge, and you ask and you tapping in, you will get it. You'll be led to it. So this is why I suppose I got that information, because I was asking and wanting to know what happens when you die. Are we going to be trapped? What happens to us? All these things. So I must say, listening to it, it is very true from what I've seen and experienced myself. So go listen to the Conversations with God. They're quite long, audio, so you can play it, put it on YouTube, and you can play it while you're cooking, while you're doing something else, having a shower. You'll only take in what you're able to take in, and what you resonate with anyway. He's put his own sort of religious connotations or context in it, but the manifestation and the law of one in the universe, spiritual law, what governs everything, that you need to know. That's important. You're doing something with a good intent, absolutely. You can send healing to people. It really works. You can tap into people. When I say tap in, it's telepathy. Everything's telepathy. You can communicate with a plant, a tree, absolutely anything. So like my stones, I'll talk to the stones. I'll go into all the things, what stones do and what their purpose and what they have done for us on this planet. You can communicate with stones as well, believe it or not, and they will help you. And they do listen. Same with the trees or anything else. Depending on your intent and what you're working with, they'll eventually start communicating back with you. If you're meant to, and if you're at that frequency, or they know you're intending good, they will communicate back with you. But you're able to communicate with animals, telepathy, like you see pet psychics, absolutely works. They're out there, I've done it. With Mother Earth, you can send her healing, and they will show you things. If your soul and your intent and your heart is good, it's coming from a good place. You can't lie. Believe me, they can read your soul, your heart, because you're in a physical body. They're not. They can see. So they know if you're trying to manipulate or get something for your own. You're looking for your own knowledge or use for your own good, but for a selfish purpose. They're not going to be showing you and communicating with you. But Mother Earth, yeah, she's amazing. She's an enlightened being. According to the scalar reading, she's an enlightened at 700, her frequency. And her energy center, or her heart, I was taken there a few times, just before Uluru, to activate all the stones and crystals. Who knows? I don't ask for this. I never ask or intend or even have it on my mind, some of these things. I just sit, because your intention's good, and I'll be taken, poof, sometimes by other beings. So, who knows? And I ended up in the center of Mother Earth. It's almost like a massive cave. It's a massive area, and it's pure crystal. It's just massive, massive quartz crystals. Incredible energy to send love to a court. It raises, so the more love you send to Mother Earth, the more it raises her frequency and vibration. And the more her frequency and vibration raises, the more you lift everybody else on the planet. And this is how we get out of this disaster we're in, and bad way we're going, and destruction of humanity and biological life, and this whole cyborg high-tech. Tech is a very bad toxic footprint, because it's not biodegradable. It is. I mean, we've got so much. I mean, there's piles of tech dumps just in people. Oh, it's horrendous, the pollution it's giving off. You can't get rid of this stuff. So it's not really the future. and all of this is not, there's a lot of nasty agendas going on and very dark agendas. There's a lot of dark behind it. People don't realize. So this is why everyone's waking up and their souls are trying to wake them up, and you're getting synchronicities and these things because it's time to wake up. You know, to make sure we don't go down the wrong path. So there's a lot to cover. Yeah. So Mother Earth, you do that. And Mother Earth, everything on Mother Earth raises their vibration and frequency too. So that means their consciousness, more light, you're going to be holding more light, more, your consciousness is going up, everything's going up. It's an evolution. Humanity is on an evolution path, so we're evolving, we're ascending. It's an upliftment of humanity. It's just time. This was an agreement, it's a divine plan, a divine agreement. So don't try and use any of these things for negative things. If you want to, a lot of people are having problems now with family or loved ones, but it's from a good place, right? And you're trying to help someone, but they're not able to see they're going down a wrong path. Instead of talking to them like you're trying to talk to your mother or brother or girlfriend or boyfriend, and you know they're not listening, you're talking to them like you would normally. Please don't do that, or oh my gosh, you're being whatever. You're getting nowhere. If you're already connected, you're doing high consciousness meditation, you can tap into their higher selves. You ask their higher selves permission. Ask, can I talk to them? So you ask to talk to their higher self, which is their soul, like yours. Tap into it. And tell their higher self to wake them up, or whatever message you're trying to get to them. You can tell their higher selves to give you synchronicities. They'll come across the video. They'll get dreams, visions, whatever. So that's the best way. So if you're trying to help someone, talk to their higher self, not to them. You're wasting your breath, otherwise it's going to go in the one ear and out the other. Because until someone's awake, they're not going to get it. And doing transcendental meditation or higher consciousness meditation is not just, so I can go remote view and astral travel. You have complete control now, because now you're in touch and in one with your soul. You're able to heal your body, absolutely, physically, any ailment. Doesn't matter if you've got cancer, whatever, you're able to heal anything. You have full control of it. You're able to upgrade your DNA, which is, there's actually a paper out that how their mind, you can actually change your DNA to thought factually. You're able to activate all your cells in your body to increase your, it's just, once you get into the spiritual side, you'll activate your DNA, activate all the cells in your body. I'll share with who you can go do that with, the ones that are interested in that. You're able to do healing on yourself, send healing to others, communicate. This is what I'm saying, once you can connect to do this, you're able to communicate with animals, with the trees, send healing, heal yourself, go on astral travel, remote view, find out your past, your future, your other parallel lives. Because as Source has, we're fractals of Source, right? Source wanted to experience himself because he was alone. He was just pure consciousness and light. As I said, I went up there. He was very lonely. This is why we're all here. So he's experiencing himself for itself through us. So he fractured out thousands of fractures off. We went planets, beings, whatever. We're all these different beings, playing aliens, playing humans, whatever we're playing. But the same with you. You're not just having one life. That's why you can tap into future. I've seen the future Earth, different parallels. There's different timelines. So it depends on, the human collective. If we raise enough people, wake enough people up, we're going to hit a better timeline, a positive timeline, not a negative timeline. So you're able to tap into future Earth. I've seen many versions of New Earth, future Earth, where we're going 100 years down the line, whatever. You're able to go down and see all your past lives as well. And whatever, you want to focus on something particular, say the Second World War or whatever's going on, you can go and view that. That's with intention. But I find the best thing to do is if you have no intention, you're not wanting to do anything, see anything, like my best trips I've ever gone on. It's when I've been in a high vibration and I'm just in absolute peace and happiness. I've come back from a walk, done whatever, meditation, yoga, sat down, and just in absolute bliss, calm, happiness in that state, because you're in a much heightened state, and you just sit, and you just poof, and instantly you go very quickly. You don't need to try. Once you get in, you tap in. It's very quick. You don't have to sit there and try. It's and quieten the mind. If you're in that state already, flow state, you go, and that's the best trips I've been on, because I'm just taken, and I've got taken to see, depending on what you're looking. Then I was showing, the earthquakes and what was going to happen, negative things, what was going on, all kinds of things I was showing. Also taken to other planets, taken to inner Earth to heal, all over the place. You have no idea what you're going to see, where you're going to go, and why. So I suppose it also depends on your soul, where you are now. What are you seeking as a soul? People want to know what the meaning of life, why I'm here, your purpose, your mission, you felt. That's what they're going to show you. They're going to show you whatever you need to know. Wherever you're going, what you're trying to find, where you are in your evolution, what you came here to do. So everyone will be shown different things and see different things. It also depends on what you're tapping into. If you're in a much dark, denser frequency and consciousness, then you're tapping into that. So you're going to pick up the negative, the timeline out there. A lot of people are saying, oh my gosh, I'm tapping in and I'm seeing destruction and zombies. Yes, that's a dark, dense timeline. That's a very dark, dense timeline that they're pushing. And that's where humanity could go. And this is why a lot of you are being pushed to wake up now, is to stop that. Because you raise your consciousness. We all reach unity consciousness. Unity consciousness is when you understand that everything is connected. And you won't understand that until you do this. And it really is. We are absolutely, everything is connected. Everything. We're all one. There's no difference. So what you do to yourself, it's the same as, you wouldn't harm yourself, it's the same as hurting someone else. So that's where we're supposed to be going, what they call 5D, fifth dimension, unity consciousness, is once you've tapped in, you realize that. Absolutely everything. And you've been all of those things. We all connected. Every tree, every animal, every plant. You wouldn't harm another being. It's not just humans. That you wouldn't think of harming another animal, plant, tree, anything, because you realize they're life. They have a consciousness. They have a soul. So that's what we're going to do. And that's where Mother, that's the whole point of saving Earth. Of putting Earth, and people are already. You can see it's already starting. So there's a lot to cover. But I would start with that. Gives you an idea on manifestation and how it works. There's another woman, I think her name's Abraham. I think it's Abraham Hicks or something. I'll try and... She's amazing as far as manifestation. Change your life. You want to bring good things to your life. How to change your life. How it works. Dr. Joe Dispenza is amazing on that. Also your pineal gland, all those things. So Dr. Joe Dispenza, if you're starting to wake up and you're getting into this, follow Joe Dispenza. He's incredible. He's one of the best. So you do what you can there. I think her name is Abrianna Hicks. She's amazing on it's just how the universe works. This is the law. This is energy. It applies to us, every planet. So go and follow her. You understand how it works. Who else? Laurie Ladd, if you're on the spiritual path and want to learn, it depends where you are already, if you want to activate your DNA, she's got a very good video on light bath. But always remember, if you tapped in and you're calling any beings in, you don't know who they are, if you don't know yet, always ask for beings to help you. If you're calling in for a light bath, these whatever beings are, tap for your highest good, from a place of love, kindness, and compassion. So those are the beings. If you're asking for help from beings you don't know, always say beings, enlightened beings, from a place of love, that are here to help, want to help you from a place of love, kindness, and compassion. So you can go to Laurie. She's got a very good meditation for a light bath, which will increase your light quotient. So that will really help you spiritually, push you up. Then you can do the DNA activation. I think as many people have covered it. Go and do that, where you intend and you activate. But be careful, there's a lot of false information. Same with the 7 chakras. There's more than 7 chakras. There's more than, same with your DNA. So don't limit yourself. If you don't know, we all don't. No one's going to tell you the truth. Then you just intend for all your DNA. Ask them to activate all your DNA. Don't say 2, because you'll only get 2 strands, or 7 strands, or 7 chakras. You ask them to activate, open all your energy points, meridians and chakras. So you ask whether you're asking the angels, whether you're asking whoever you want to communicate with, you feel safe to, or whatever. You ask them to align, work, heal, open, whatever. All your meridian points, all your energy points, all your chakras. You ask them to upgrade all and activate all your DNA. Then you'll jump up a few notches. I did one that was given to me to activate all your cells, because our cells are best energy, pure light. So you can increase that, and you can increase your life force field, your energy, your chi immensely. and the amount of light your physical body can hold. Well, it can only, it's, because you're on a 3D density at the moment, here you obviously can only hold a certain amount in a physical body. There's only a certain amount of light you can hold, otherwise you're going to float off in a physical body. But I was given one, which is an amazing one they gave me, to activate all my cells, and I shared it on my Facebook page. So that it's amazing. All your cells turn on. Every cell is just like light. That activated every cell in the body. So you can do those. Those are the you that are looking and that are on the spiritual ascension and trying to raise your frequency and vibration. First of all, light bath, pull in more light. You'll see your body's changing at crystalline structure. You can then do your DNA activation. You need to make sure you ask them to activate every strand of your DNA. DNA, I mean, as you'll know if you go and do the research, it's better than any mega computer, the information it's stored. And when you do, what shadow work and healing does also is fixing it. So when you heal yourself and do shadow work, you're not only healing you are clearing that trauma and storage throughout your entire DNA, throughout your entire ancestry. So you're freeing your children, your entire ancestry, your entire family. So it's really worth doing the shadow work and clearing that. So, and the second thing, when you connect it as well, as I said, once you can do transcendental meditation, then you can heal, as I said, your physical body. You're able to do all these things. You have full control, because now you can communicate with your soul, with anything, other beings, source, anything. You're able then to do all these things. You're able, with your intention and thought, to activate your DNA, to do anything. Increase your light, activate your cells, heal your physical body, heal your energetic body, tell them to align your aura, clean your energy field, put a force field around you. I mean, whatever, absolutely anything. But that's why you always got to think carefully before you intend. To do manifestation, 2 words you don't ever use is need and want. And if you listen to those, you'll learn why you must never use those, and then you'll wonder why you won't get anywhere, nothing happens. Okay, people, that's enough for today. But I'll definitely do some, but I want to try and cover on certain subjects. So it's different people are resonating at different levels and looking for different information, what they're seeking. So I will do things for different levels and a different interest for people. Not try and put it into one video, because everyone's at a different level and seeking different knowledge, because you're all different souls. And same with the rest of the lives you're living out there. You've got lots of fractals of yourself out there, believe me. Fascinating when you go and whoopsie. So when you do your healing as well, you heal all of those and you bring all your fractals. You're putting all your past lives together and you're healing yourself as a complete soul. Pull all your fractals and all the fragments of yourself back together. Anyone that, there we are. And that's it. Also, you have immense power then. You have immense power as a soul once you've done that. All right, lovely people, I wish you a wonderful day. I think I would like to go and have a shower now and have some breakfast. And I shall definitely make some more. But please think, the law of one, do unto others, always very important, as you want done unto yourself. Never harm another living being. But if you're not at that level of consciousness, you won't get there. I mean, I used to eat meat. When I had an accidental spiritual awakening, believe me, I knew nothing. I didn't have any of this research. I hadn't done anything before. And I had an accidental Kundalini awakening, and I was shot into the astral, literally. No clue about anything. Absolutely anything. I had a rude awakening. And I had I learned the hard way. I did it the hard way. I mean, I just was, oh my gosh, this is all new. The holographic universe, everything. I just learned it was like 0. I went from 0 to 100. One massive, but that's obviously my soul probably agreed to do that. So I went through all the lower astrals, the lower realms. I did all the bump, the head, the whole lot. Complete. I didn't know who was what was anything. I just thought everything was, oh wow, this is all fascinating. Absolutely, it was a quick awakening for me. All right, people, but it was amazing. The knowledge is great because I sought the knowledge. That's the difference. So I seek. Okay, you will get it, whatever you're looking for. I wanted the answers to, what I suppose I always did in my life, to the